Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're setting out on a journey to map the absolute grandest spectacle in the history of international sports. I'm talking about the official roadmap for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now listen, this isn't just another tournament. Oh no, we're looking at a massive, colossal event spanning across Canada, Mexico, and the United States. The sheer scale, the ambition of this summer festival of football, it's literally going to rewrite the history books. And today, we're going to break down exactly how this unprecedented tournament is going to unfold, step by step, game by game, right from the very first whistle to the ultimate trophy lift. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's how our chronological journey maps out today. First, the biggest World Cup ever. Then, kicking off group stages. Next up, the brand new round of 32. After that, the knockout gauntlet. And finally, the road to the final. All right, part one. The biggest World Cup ever. And trust me, we are about to witness a historic, seismic shift in world football. You really have to adjust your mental model for this one, because 48 is the new magic number. For the very first time, the World Cup is expanding to 48 teams. That is a massive jump from the 32-team format we've all been so accustomed to. We're completely leaving behind the traditional formats of the past few decades and stepping into an era of unprecedented expansion. It's going to test a nation's squad depth like never before, while simultaneously guaranteeing fresh faces, completely new tactical matchups, and a truly global representation on our screens. And, with more teams comes a staggering increase in the number of games. 104. Yup, 104 total fixtures. Just think about that for a second. It's enough football to keep you glued to your seat all summer. This is a true marathon of a tournament. For over a month, fans are going to be treated to a relentless, non-stop schedule of top-tier international football. From the opening match on June 11th, all the way to the final in mid-July, it's just an absolute festival of the sport. Now, hosting 104 matches obviously requires an incredible logistical effort, which brings us to this next staggering figure, 16. These games are being spread across 16 different host cities. And, uniquely, they span 3 distinct nations, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. We're talking about matches happening everywhere, from the high altitude of Estadio Guadalajara to the coastal breeze of Miami Stadium, from the Pacific Northwest up in Vancouver and Seattle, all the way across to Boston and New York, New Jersey. And this brilliantly illustrates just how monumental the scale of this expansion really is. I mean, we're jumping from a traditional 32-team, 64-match tournament hosted in a single nation to a massive 48-team, 104-match, continent-wide spectacle. It's officially billed as the biggest and most exciting addition to date, and honestly, looking at the math, it's virtually impossible to disagree. Moving on to part 2, kicking off group stages. The group stage of any World Cup is just this beautiful, chaotic sprint. Every single day is packed with multiple fixtures, overlapping storylines, and nations just desperate to secure points right out of the gate. So let's map out how your summer of 2026 is going to unfold. The relentless group stages are running from June 11th through June 27th. Then we hit the brand new round of 32 from June 28th to July 3rd. The round of 16 immediately follows, July 4th to the 7th. After that, the quarters and semis tighten the schedule from July 9th to the 15th, all leading right up to the grand finale on July 19th. It is a dense, action-packed 5.5 weeks. Let's ground this in reality for a second and look at the actual kickoffs. Because we've got 3 host nations, each one gets their own spectacular opening moment. The whole tournament kicks off on Thursday, June 11th, with Mexico taking on South Africa in Group A at the iconic Mexico City Stadium. The very next day, Friday, June 12th, Canada opens their Group B campaign against Bosnia and Herzegovina up in Toronto. And later that same exact day, the USA kicks off Group D against Paraguay at Los Angeles Stadium. 3 distinct countries, 3 absolutely massive opening days. And the sheer global diversity we're going to see in these group stages, it's going to be electric. Across North American time zones, we've got the potential for some unbelievable clashes. Think European powerhouses like Spain or South American giants like Brazil, colliding with rising forces like Morocco and Japan, or right alongside the USA. It's an unprecedented mix of football and cultures clashing in rapid succession. Okay, Section 3. The brand new round of 32. This is where things get really fascinating. Now, what's really interesting here is how the matchmaking becomes this incredibly complex puzzle. Because the tournament expanded to 48 teams, that traditional jump straight into the round of 16, that's totally gone. Look at the logic for just one single game, Match 74, scheduled for Boston on June 29th. The winner of Group E will face the third-place finisher from either Group A, B, C, D, or F. Wait, what? Yeah, Because 8 of the best third-place teams now advance to fill out this massive new bracket, the final days of the group stage are going to involve some frantic, real-time mathematical gymnastics to figure out exactly who survives and who goes packing. And well, it also means the physical toll on the eventual champion is going to be higher than ever before. Let's walk through this literal, daunting path of attrition. Step 1, you have to survive the chaotic group stages. Step 2, you now have to win a high-stakes sudden death match in the new round of 32. Step 3, survive the traditional round of 16. Step 4, navigate the incredibly tense quarterfinals and semifinals. And Step 5, triumph in the final. To lift the trophy in 2026, a team will have to play and survive 8 grueling matches. This brings us to Section 4, the Knockout Gauntlet. Let's move to and see how this builds, because this is where the entire atmosphere completely shifts. The frantic math of the group stage fades away. There are no more points to calculate, no more goal difference. It's sudden death elimination across the continent. You either win or you go home. And the schedule intelligently funnels these high-stakes clashes geographically. The round of 16 features heavyweight bouts in cities like Philadelphia, Houston, Mexico City, and Seattle. The quarterfinals elevate the tension in Boston, Los Angeles, Miami, and Kansas City. And then, the true pressure cooker, the semifinals. On July 14th, one side of the bracket collides in Dallas. On July 15th, the other side goes to war in Atlanta. But before the two finalists actually meet, there's one very important penultimate milestone, the bronze final. The match for third place will take place on Saturday, July 18th, 2026, under the lights at Miami Stadium. It's a game of immense pride, an opportunity for two nations who just fell short of the ultimate prize to leave this historic 104-game tournament with their heads held high and a medal around their necks. Finally, Section 5, the road to the final. After 103 matches of pure joy, heartbreak, tactical masterclasses, and shocking upsets across 3 massive nations, everything funnels down to one single day, one single pitch, and one single trophy. So the crucial point is this official FIFA announcement. The World Cup trophy will be raised in New York, New Jersey. On Sunday, July 19th, 2026, match 104 will kick off. The survivors of that absolutely grueling 8-match gauntlet will step onto the field with the eyes of the entire world bearing down on them. We've explored the sprawling 16-city map together. We know the grueling path through 48 teams, the frenetic groups, the absolute puzzle of the brand new round of 32, and the sheer heart-pounding tension of the knockout gauntlet. The stage is set for the biggest sporting event in human history. So looking at this massive, unprecedented framework, when the dust finally settles in New York, New Jersey on July 19th, who will be the ones to raise the trophy?